Okay, welcome back to Morrowind Amalgamated playthrough. I'm Huskabar, and we've got Felanesty Wood Elf Barbarian named Hepa. I name all my characters Hepa right now. It's mostly because these are test playthroughs, and I don't really care about names all that much. And I noticed in my last video that the sound was dropping out from time to time. I apologize. I do not know what is causing that. And as such, I don't know if there's anything I can do about that right now. I'll keep an eye out for anything I can possibly examine to try and rectify that situation. But for the time being, I'll do my best to speak up and try not to cough too much because I'm getting over a whooping cough. And I'll try not to blow into the microphone. It's not the greatest setup in the world here, but at least I got some kind of voice to my videos, which is a good thing. Raylan Lalo's small key, I made it so that it would open the door from the inside. I don't know what else that key does. I'll have to examine that at some point and find out. And we've just broken into the Lalo Manor, and
Thank you. Thank you.
are working on making it our home. And I've got a companion here. I'm just trying to ply her with drink to keep her satisfied and on my side as a companion. And let's see, local sales. Okay, take those. So I'm sort of in an awkward time of day. I kind of got to decide what to do between now and when, say, some fences can come out and I can sell some stuff to them if they do tend to appear. So I think what I'll do is, first of all I want to drop off my log. I haven't got much storage in the Lalo Manor yet, so I'm going to put any logs that I get from wood chopping and logs that appear in containers into here for the time being. I can also practice my sneak while I'm at it. Sneak, acrobatics, athletics, speechcraft, armorer. These are things that you can train up in fairly safely. They don't require you to actually combat a foe. Uh-oh. We got something out here. Could be a bat. Abbott's mod gives us lots of bats. Where are all the birds going? But it's a thug. Okay. Fortunately, he's got a buttle, which is a one-handed short blade. Uh-oh. He's in deep doo-doo from some kind of a guard or something. Who's this? Thug and a Hlalu guard are having it out. So the thug got it in the neck, and he was wearing a cuirass of Imperial chain, which could come in handy actually. I might be able to join the Legion if my cards are all lining up right, and that cuirass would serve as a uniform. Just to recap, This is the Morrowind Amalgamated project, and it's a very large compilation of many popular mods, all sort of bound into just a handful of plug-in ESPs. The map looks like this, the world map, with Vardenfell, Silgrad Tower, Wizard's Islands, Northlands from 5 Keys of Azura. Over here we've got White Wolf, Flokin, Into the Whispering Wood, attack on Innismall. We've got map 1 of Tamriel Rebuilt, tribute to the community with several mods included in it. Veldion, Sea of Destiny, Dulcia Isle, Anastia, Rafer Sands. Over here is a call to Issalar. Korabal Island, Havish is over here, Stanagau Island. So quite a few land masses, plus some other quest mods included as well that don't have land masses. It's quite a comprehensive collection. And there's a lot of gameplay and role-play type mods involved as well, which will affect the style of how we behave and things that will affect us in terms of gameplay from minute to minute as we go along. Oops, there's a stuck guard. At this stage in the game, I'm just trying to get established, and it's probably a good idea to concentrate on improving your gathering skills at this point. How come you're out? It's bedtime, little lady. You get to bed. And by getting established, what I need is, better equipment, more money to get the better equipment, that sort of stuff. And ways to improve those skills that I mentioned that were fairly safe to work on, such as the armoring and things that require equipment. In that regard, I'm going to need equipment for, like lots of repair hammers, for instance. And they cost money. The price has been jacked up on perishables as a kind of a money sink. So repair hammers, lockpicks, those kinds of things are not going to be cheap anymore. So I've come up here to an inn, and I've got many bottles in tow, because I'm going to sneak and I'm going to attempt to steal some wine. Have a little value added onto those bottles, and this is going to take a while, so I'm going to cut the video now. But as you can see, I get into sneak mode. I'm armed with lots of empty bottles, touch the casket, fill a bottle of stolen wine, and I try to get away with it without anybody noticing. But I happen to know that this barrel here is a good one to tap from, because I'm pretty much hidden from view. I should point out that there are a lot of hints, cheats, spoilers, and so forth in these videos. So if you think that you are in danger of learning something you don't want to learn, these videos may not be for you. If you are a novice player and would like to go through the whole experience yourself. Okay, so repeat ad nauseum. And we'll talk back at you in a few moments. Okay, welcome back. I am just finishing up stealing wine out of this cask. And I should point out that this cask should be empty at the most 50 bottles. I don't think it will empty entirely. I think there's something wrong with the script. That'll have to be looked at, but we'll just role play that it's emptying. After that amount, that's about as many bottles as I can carry anyway. And this was a rather slow process, which is why I killed the video partway through it. necessities of Morrowind version 2, bottles filled much faster. Now this filling process has been slowed down, I guess, for a sense of realism. Not sure it adds that much more to the game. It just kind of makes it a pain, if you ask me, sometimes. So I'm kind of considering making an option in the necessities of Morrowind configuration where you can have fast fill or slow fill of the bottles, depending what you want. But anyway, we're done, and that's just an opinion. There are many other things that will be fast and slow, like sleep is fast. Travel, if you use silt striders or boats by Abbott, is slow. Alchemy, armoring are fast, even though time can be made to pass in the background. Same with any of the crafting skills. So it's hard to say how to balance all the time passage out. It's a fine line that you have to draw between realism and non-frustration or convenience. Okay, I'm out at night, so that's pretty tricky. It can be kind of deadly to be wandering around at night. Vampires can come out, and bats and things like that, so I'll have to watch. By the way, on bats, actually bees, I'm sorry, Abbott, the bees had to go in the daytime. There were just way too many. What I think will happen is, I think I will put hand-placed swarms of bees around the land as a substitute for that. And kooky things were happening, like bees were, I don't think, it's bad enough for some things, but bees I think were particularly bad for showing up, say, in the middle of Solstheim or Wizard's Islands or something like that, where you don't expect to see insects. Okay, so I just got weary, and we'll need to sleep in a while, and oh, look at! And I just finished eating some late night supper, and there is a couple of good little things there. I might just grab those. There's a fence here. You can buy all my wine. They have lots of money. They got plenty of cash with which to buy. Cyrillic wine. Okay, well I can go and empty out Raylan Lalo's house now. Make a little cash on the side now that this guy is here. That's quite nice. Finding him at this stage of the game. Gold has weight is one of the implications of the role play end of things here. I set it as about as low as I can, but it still is amazing how significant the weight can be if you're carrying around a lot of gold. And I'm also role-playing that I don't have anything in place right now, but I like to make it so that if you're carrying huge amounts of gold, your chances of attack by robbers goes up. Ooh, I'm not wearing any armor. I must bear that in mind. I think I have a ceramic bowl already for one particular quest that comes up with the Mages Guild if I need it. So I'll take that one off the table and we'll just clean up this house a little bit and see if I can get a couple of extra quid to scrape to rub together. Maybe buy some potions or scrolls as needed with that. Now it's nice this character does have a carrying capacity. I'll be able to get lots of stuff in just a couple of trips here. Oh boy, here we go again. You are a stick person again, and I still don't have a club. Or do I? Let's see. Ooh. Uh-oh. I'm already training in certain things. I don't want to get into the next level if I can help it before I've done things like gathered wood and whatnot. Let's see. 0 of 100. Oh, this one's got some hit points. Okay, let's go with that. And she's not hitting hard, so I think maybe I'll train my unarmored, because my unarmored is pretty low. So I think I'll stay without armor on for the time being. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a shield, so I'm just going to have to... It's a typical MCA maneuver, is she stops attacking once I go inside. Bear in mind, this is what I've got are older versions of most mods. So maybe improvements have come along in newer versions. I'll have to work those in over time. But this project is so big and has taken so long that I just haven't... It's just totally impractical to keep shoving new versions of mods in place of old versions. If there are any significant changes, that they'll have to be hand applied rather than just the whole thing combined automatically in the construction set. So I'm stuck with old versions of mods. I know the map 1 of Tamriel Rebuilt, which is an old version, has been non-supported now. To my understanding, it's not really meant to be played anymore. So I'll have to see what the changes are there and maybe change over the old map for the new one. The unfortunate part is I've done a lot of work using the old map. So again, any changes that are going to be made in terms of to quests and whatnot are going to have to be made one at a time, manually. If I bring Marianne out, she might enrage the thug, but I really don't want her to be doing the killing. I want to get some practice in for unarmored, but maybe it'd be better if she did kill it, because again, I don't want to go up in levels too quickly. And there we go. Lalo Manor is now emptied out of sellables. Oh, I forgot to check that barrel. I think I've got stuff in the barrel. Oh, here she comes. Okay. I think I saw a bat fly by, but it doesn't seem to be attacking either. What you doing? Oh, she was going to go for her power, but you've already used that. Oh, good. Well, this is good. What? Oh, now this is kind of fun, eh? Here are some of Abbott's fireflies. They've come in to aid in the effort here. I might be into the potions here pretty soon. Armored skill went up to 9. I'm waiting for her spell to wear off. Okay, well I think I better drink a potion because my injuries are affecting my attributes to the point where I'll probably not be able to hit her because my agility is so low and so forth. Ooh, another one. Whose stick is going to wear out first? Okay, this has been going fairly well. I don't want to lose it if this should crash, so I think I'll save it. Oh, there. Now we're into the fisticuffs. Question is she any good with her fists? Ooh. I love hand-to-hand. If it's good, you can really send mages down in a hurry if they've run out of spellcasting power. Well, from the looks of it, offhand, I would say probably the Starfire's thugs are a little better at hand-to-hand. Seems to me I have to really watch out for them or I end up on the ground pretty fast. The MCA hand-to-hand is not so tough. But MCA characters will carry around weapons like sticks and later on heavier weapons. And they're armored as well as a rule. And woe betide you if you find a vampire while you're at a low level. As their added strength plus armor and weapons could send you onto the ground in fairly short order. Ooh, this is going to go on for a while. It would seem. I'm not going to let it drag on too long, though. After a couple of hours, Starfire's characters sometimes disappear on you already, and I think I would like to extend that function so that if a fight drags on and on and on, you can't take advantage and use it as a training ground. Although there are practice dummies in the game, but still I think it would be realistic to assume that a foe would depart a fight that looks like it's a stalemate after a period of time. And I know I would if it meant that my life would be spared, but I know these guys won't quit till you're dead. So be forewarned, I may use the console to make her disable after much more of this. Well, the bugs are kind of pretty, but I don't know what the heck they're doing, if they're any use at all. Could be kind of annoying after a while. Birds will actually come out during the day and attack creatures in the wilderness. And they can actually kill things on your behalf. Okay, I'm going to cut the video here.